so we are officially starting slope in this chapter. So we've been kind of dancing around that a little bit for the last couple of sections where we've been talking about constant rate of change, which is another word or another term for slope. So slope is the steepness of a line. When classifying slope, we read it from left to right. So you always want to make sure you're reading it on a graph, if we're looking at a graph, from left to right, just like you're reading normal, sentences, just like we're doing here. So there are 4 classifications for slope. So we have a positive slope, and they are going up from left to right. So you can see my little slope, or my little line, going up. Negative slopes are going down from left to right. Zero slope is completely flat, so it's just going from left to right. There is no grade on it at all. And undefined slopes are going straight up and down, just like this one here. So we call that undefined. So now we're going to fill in the little slope person to have a fun little visual to help us remember these things. So first I'm going to have you draw his eye on the left here with a little plus sign, because this is our positive slope. So here's his eyebrow with his eye is a plus sign. All right, and then on the left side, here's his other little eyebrow with this negative eye, like kind of closed. He's winking at us because that's a negative slope from left to right. And here in the middle, we have this arrow going here, and we're going to draw a straight line with a U underneath. This is for undefined. So that's just our way of remembering. It's our undefined line or undefined slope is going straight up and down. Okay, and now we have this spot for his mouth. So we're going to go with a straight line here with 2 little dimples kind of on the end that are zeros, because it is a 0 slope. So I just like this little silly slope person. I've heard him called slope man, slope guy, slope person. It's all kinds of silly names for him, but he's not terribly happy looking, but it just helps us visually remember these slopes. All right, so we're going to go to the next page, and we're going to look at how we calculate slope. So we're going to look at the vertical change over the horizontal change. So vertical change means up or down, and the horizontal change means left or right. With this one, we're going to read our problem here. We have a bucket is filled with water. The graph below shows the water height in millimeters versus the time the water has been running in seconds. Use the graph to answer the question. So we can see this. We have time along the bottom. We have height along the side. And as time is moving forward, so I have 1 second, the height has gone up to 4 millimeters. After 2 seconds, the height has gone up to 8 millimeters. After 3 seconds, the height has gone up to 12 millimeters. So we can see that it's going up over time. It's positive slope, so that's going up. And hopefully we can hear there's kind of a pattern there. Every second, it's going up a certain amount. So what is the starting point if I look down here? Well, we're starting at 0 millimeters and 0 seconds, right? So we're starting at 0, 0. How much does the height change every second? So if I look at from 0 to 1 second, how much did the height change? And I can see that it changed by 4 millimeters. And I can look at the second one here, and I can do that same thing, if it'll let me go over. So 2 seconds, and it's changing again by another 4. I'm going from this spot, not from the 0, not down here. I was here, and now I'm moving up to the next one. So that's why it's only 4 and not 8, because it's 8 altogether. So every second, it's changing by 4 millimeters. So we can see that's happening again. I went from 8 to 12, so that's 4. So every second is changing by 4 millimeters. So the slope of this line is 4 over 1, because it changes 4 millimeters per second, every second. So 4 millimeters per 1 second. All right, so that was an introduction to calculating slope and looking at a graph to calculate the slope from a graph. I hope that helped, and I'll see you in the next video.